I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
He's on mute, but I'll take it over. The Astana Open final. We have Novak Djokovic. He just managed to get through Medvedev, being not the best player on the court. And now he's facing Stefanos Tsitsipas in the final. The guy I wasn't expecting to get very far at all. I believe I had him going out early stages. Djokovic will be favourite in this one. I believe he does lead the head-to-head.
7-2.
7-3, it says here, but 7-2 in official matches.
Yeah.
How do you see this one going, Ben? You got your mic off? You all ready?
Yeah. I just want to disagree with your comment to open the show. He definitely wasn't the second best yesterday against Medvedev. He was actually coming back into it and showed some of his best tennis in the tiebreak to actually take that second set. I think he may have gone on to win that match. We never got to see it. I was really sad because I thought it was probably one of the best matches I've seen in a long, long time. And Tsitsipas, it's going to be a tough ask. The favourite was going to come from the Djokovic-Medvedev side, that's for sure. Tsitsipas, there is something at stake here for him. He can overtake Medvedev in the rankings here today, go up to number 4. So that may be on his mind, but we know he's never won an ATP 500. Is this going to be his first one?
Well, to beat Djokovic to win your first ATP 500 facing Djokovic in the final is never an easy task. And they have started off Djokovic serving first. That was a brilliant backhand winner down the line. And I'm very, very confused and surprised that you're saying that Djokovic was the better player in the last one. Even using the words of Novak Djokovic after the match, he said it was a close match, particularly in the second set. I'd probably say Daniel Medvedev was the better player on the court in both sets. I was fighting and trying to find a way. I found a way to win the second, but I'm just sad for the tournament and for these people who were enjoying the battle. And for Daniel, that it had to end this way.
Definitely. I think that was so true what he's saying. Like, I think
it was. Just said he wasn't the best player.
I'm so sad for the fans.
Oh,
I think
the second part of it you agree with.
Yeah. I think that he's been very humble there in saying that Daniel Medvedev was the better player in both sets. I think they both had their spells. I think Medvedev was doing better in the longer rallies, and that was why I was so surprised that he pulled out just straight away with that injury. He looked like the person moving better out of the two of them, but Djokovic had to play so aggressive.
I think he was a little bit fortunate in the tie break. I feel like we saw a little bit of a different match. Of course, you watched it all live. I have seen the match back since.
Well, Medvedev could have won it. He could have had match point, but he messed up a volley to set up match point.
That's what I feel like he kind of did deserve to win that match. However, Djokovic showing what he does best, and he's in the final. Shout out to everyone who has joined us. We've got Milan in, one of our members. How are we doing? We've got Tanya in as well. How are we doing, Tanya? And MD Jabid Khan saying, who will win the match, bro? Well, let's get some predictions in the live chat right now. If I'm honest, I think there's only one winner. It's going to be Novak Djokovic. I feel now he's got through Medvedev, somewhat fortunately. I don't see him losing to Tsitsipas. I mean, Tsitsipas played very well against Rublev from the second set onwards, and his serve improved as the match went on.
Yeah.
He looks like he started really good here, though, with the serve in. That's two brilliant opening first serves in the first game, and he's 30 love up. Easy put-aways.
We've seen this from him on so many occasions, Tsitsipas.
Not against Rublev. He wasn't.
No, but when he comes out fast, we're like, oh, my word. He's like the best player in the world when you see Tsitsipas serving like big, coming to the net, amazing volleying. You think this guy could win a Grand Slam, and then you realize we're at the beginning of the set. We're not at the end of the set, and towards the end of the set is where the head takes over, and that's where he struggled in the past. Obviously, against Djokovic, 2 5-set matches he's played against him. The only times he's played him in slams, he's gone to 5 with him both times. So that's a real I think that'll help his mental coming in today, knowing he can push Djokovic, but he has lost the last, I think, 5 times they played, so not
Yeah.
great.
Agreed. We've got Eves going. Djokovic 6-4, 6-3. Great to have Lexi in. How are we doing, Lexi?
Hey,
We've got Milan going 6-3, 6-3, Nole. KSN going for Djokovic 6-3, 7-5. Lexi wants me to be nice to Stefanos today. Do you think Stefanos is winning, Lexi? That's what I want to know. Do you have him winning a set? It is possible because Djokovic, I thought, was okay against Medvedev, but there was room for improvement. And certainly in the match before as well, he didn't look unplayable.
Nah, there was
He
errors,
really
wasn't
didn't.
there? Definite errors coming off the racket of Djokovic against Khachanov, allowed him back into the match. Medvedev, I feel like he just played so well. I'm really hoping that he's not like that injury isn't serious, because we could be up like setting ourselves up for an amazing run in for the year if Medvedev's fit.
Did you hear about the injury?
Left leg, I think that's what I was hearing at the time.
In the press conference, there's something about the abductor. That's what he said to Djokovic at the net.
Which Djokovic said, well, there's nothing, obviously, well done for pulling out, but he was just shocked at the time, like everybody.
Yeah, very surprised.
Because there was no sign of any problem. He didn't look like he was struggling.
Playing well, Medvedev. Yeah. He's been crushing it this week. He's been the best player at this event, let's be honest. He's been really, really good.
Clinical.
Played a great match against Djokovic, and it's unfortunate it ended that way. But
yeah,
it happens. And look at the way Tsitsipas has started. Great overhead smash. Sets up love 30. He's looking good here, Stefanos Tsitsipas. Are we going to be watching a classic between the two of them? I know we said the head-to-head 7-2, but within that 7-2, there's been some really close losses for Tsitsipas, most notably the big one at Roland Garros when he was 2 sets up in the final and lost 3-2. He also lost 3-2 as well at Roland Garros the year after, so that went to 5. In Rome, that was a really good match. I remember we covered that on the channel. That went to 3 sets. And then played Rome again this year, which was a little bit more convincing for Novak. The last time Tsitsipas was able to beat Djokovic was in Abu Dhabi in an exhibition, but you can't really look too much into that. So the proper official one was Shanghai in 2019.
Yeah, and interesting that out of the first 3 matches that they played against each other, 2 of them were on hard court, and Tsitsipas won both of them. So that's pretty crazy that he came onto the scene and he was actually better then against Djokovic on hard court, and now that he looks better on clay, you'd say. Tsitsipas,
I think that was just when Djokovic was having a bit of a wobble. That's all.
Maybe. I mean, still put him to 3. What a wobble from Djokovic. Yeah, the big players, their wobbles are a little just a blip in the whole illustrious careers. Steph, do you think you can get a set here today?
Definitely possible.
Or 2?
Possible. This is why I'm really surprised, your comments about the Medvedev-Djokovic match. I mean, you're the only person I've seen who thought Djokovic played better. No,
I thought I didn't say played better. I just think he wasn't like the overwhelming in that second set. I thought that Djokovic, it was equal. I thought that Medvedev looked much better in the first set, and I thought that Djokovic was coming back into it. And I was starting to see signs where he started to play more aggressive, and that was exactly what he had to do to win the match. I think that if he'd have continued that in the third set, he'd had a real chance of winning it, but we never got to see it, so it's a bit sad.
We've got MJ in. How are we doing, MJ? Saying, hola, rooting for the Greek. Ooh. Of course, the top tippers does end today as well, and it's hotting up, certainly. We've got Jean and Lexi, very close to 2nd and 3rd. Kathy leading at the moment. Lucas in 4th, and Sam H still on the leaderboard, pushed to 5th at the moment.
Wow, I know. That's really changed around that leaderboard over the past, 24 hours. Yep. We had Lukasz coming in there, Demario, as is known in the live chat. And then there was a lot of pronunciation chat in the last match, because we had, obviously, the battle of 2 hard-to-pronounce names, Iga Swiatek and Katalina Alexandrova, who now I know how to say the name of.
I say Alexandrova.
Yeah, it's wrong. So I've had to check. I had a whole 2.5 hours to perfect it yesterday. And Iga,
I'm going to have to, unfortunately, stick with Alexandrova until
Yeah, you just got. It's just repetition. It's just gonna have to get it
How'd
in.
you say it?
The emphasis is on "and" in the middle. Alexandrova. So it's just
Alexandrova.
Yeah, there you go. But we'll get it. We'll get it. It took us about 6 months to get Iga's name right, so I'm not going to beat ourselves up too much.
Lexi saying I said it right. I'm not sure if I did. We've got Tennis in saying, hey, GTL fam, how are we doing? Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this final. Of course, Novak Djokovic has won, I don't even know, I can't even count the amount of ATP 500s he's won in his career. Stefanos Tsitsipas, a little bit easier, never won one. And how many is it? 8 finals, you said, or something crazy?
Yeah, this is the 9th, yeah.
9th ATP 500 final for Stefanos Tsitsipas. Doesn't get any harder than Novak Djokovic. How many times has he played Djokovic in them 8 finals?
That's a good question. Not something I know the answer to off the top of my head, but I can find out.
I can bring it up.
Okay, you go and bring that up. I just want to say a quick shout out to Taylor Fritz for winning against TFO. He won his first 500 earlier on today, and straight sets, 2 tie breaks there. So TFO getting to the final was good, but Fritz, that's his 4th title now.
Yeah, he lost to Djokovic in Dubai 2020. That was a 500.
Okay.
Rublev, Zverev, the usual suspects here. Rafael Nadal. Not many Djokovic in 500s, to be honest. I think it's just that one. Roger Federer even here.
Wow. Good to say it. Good to see his name pop up here and there. Feel like it hasn't been
retired
happening.
Roger Federer.
Oh, great shot. Wow. Brilliant from Steph there.
Yep.
Had to be very accurate down the line. I'm interested, as much as I'm interested in these first few games of the match, I feel it's always a feeling out process. And as long as they can both hold serve, when we get to the 3-alls and the 4-alls, this is where I'm really excited about this one, to see which Stefanos Tsitsipas we've got today. Is it a motivated one?
I'm already going to say it's a good one. He's looking a lot better than he did against Rublev to start off.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about. As I say, that is double faults.
Typical, that, isn't
really.
It? Really typical.
And by the way, I do like his outfit.
Well, because the backs, I didn't see
when
that
you went
yesterday.
off afterwards. It was very apparent that I did like it.
I didn't see it, like the back of his shirt. I only saw the front. That's why I asked it.
Yeah, at the start wasn't sure, but no, it's quite a nice one actually. Good serve from him as well. Look at that, out wide. Djokovic can't manage to get that one back. Gets a racket to it, but hits it into the net. 40-15.
Djokovic doesn't move anywhere in the rankings. All the fans will be sad to hear. Just stays in 7th for now, but does move up in the race. Obviously, he's up to 11th at the moment. So, I mean, as long as he's inside the top 20, he's there, really. So, I think it's pretty much
I think he's already qualified, right?
I mean, he's won a slam, so he only has to finish inside the top 20. It's pretty
No, but I think he's already qualified.
It didn't say official on the thing, did it?
Oh, does it not?
On the live ranking, but maybe after today it probably will. I'm sure. Yeah. I can't see him not being there, if I'm perfectly honest.
I thought there would have been a tick. Yeah, there is a tick next to his name. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
What, on the live?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe are you on the live ATP race right now?
No, I'm not on there at the moment.
Yeah, no, definitely is. So he has qualified. We've also got Alcaraz, Nadal, Ruud, and Tsitsipas qualified. So that's 5. The remaining spots are Medvedev, Rublev, Fritz, Felix, Hurkacz, Zverev. One of them. Looks like Sidor's definitely not going to make it.
No, sad for him.
No Berrettini either.
Well, Medvedev.
No Nick Kyrgios. The way things are going.
Is Medvedev in doubt now after this injury scare?
So. Don't think so. I think he's got quite a nice cushion there, but you never know.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Unless Cam Norrie has a little storming run.
Taylor Fritz has just put himself right in the running now, which is fascinating.
Yep.
Because Taylor Fritz won today, he's got a real shot of it. Whereas I don't think he necessarily had that shot before today.
No. He's just been creeping in there, hasn't he? Where was he before? I think he was just outside top 10 or something. So he must have just squeezed in. Interesting player.
We've got Gary in him all, Norley. Let's see. How many titles has Novak Djokovic won, Ben? I know you're a bit of a Djokovic fan. Maybe someone in the live chat can let me know.
Well, I did a news video last week, 89.
So 89 titles. This would be his 90th.
Yeah, well.
Will he hit 100 titles?
You'd think so. I think so, yeah. I think it's got to be a target for him. He just has to play enough. I mean, if he really wanted it, he could just go and play 250s for the whole year, do a Casper Ruud. Just to get the... but
oh, no, he's already won 90, Ben, I believe.
Really? It was 89 last week. This
one okay. Apologies. Won doubles, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he'd only won one doubles title. It's quite fascinating.
Who did he play with?
I don't have that data here, but in terms of the top, like that is extremely, extremely rare. Maybe I can bring it up on the screen because it is a fascinating little graphic I've got here. Bring up the right thing.
He just doesn't like playing doubles with anyone.
Have a look at this.
Oh, wow.
So if you see everyone else, you can see how many doubles titles there are. Like most people have a few doubles titles to their name. With Novak Djokovic, it's just the one.
Yeah, I mean, Federer in single figures, Ivan Lendl as well.
Federer's got 8, yeah. Rafa 11 doubles titles. I mean, Djokovic only the one. It's quite surprising.
I think the key here is keep those doubles numbers low, and maybe you'll become one of the greatest. Rafa there,
the one to beat Jimmy Connors, 109 singles titles. Outrageous. Did you know he was out in the lead? Because I didn't. I thought it was Federer.
Yeah, I knew that Federer wasn't the top, but in the modern era, Federer definitely the one.
Rafael Nadal with 92.
Don't know if is he gonna surpass Federer? He could.
Yeah, I think he can, man. It's tough, but no, I don't know. It's really tough, actually. He
has to play enough tennis. That's the thing. He doesn't play enough a year.
Can he keep higher than Djokovic? That's the big question. 89 to 92.
I think he just got to handpick a few tournaments. Go play in Acapulco or something. He likes it down there. Grab a few other little ones he knows he can get some results in.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas anyway, trying to get this back to 3-3. It's been pretty run of the mill, this one so far. Both players serving well.
Yeah, that's right. Milan saying he played with Jonathan Ehrlich. He was also supposed to play with him in Tel Aviv, but Ehrlich pulled out.
Oh.
I remember seeing the story that he was playing against the guy who he won this title with, and never happened.
Nice forehand winner.
Steph.
Yeah, we've missed 2 games to love. No, 3 games to love, but we're all right. We'll catch up later.
Good. I'll give one now, just for to match them all. Match them all off. Very delayed game to love, but if you are enjoying this final, it's been a good one. Steph playing extremely well. Djokovic not doing bad either. Make sure hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new. We will be covering another final after this one in Ostrava. I don't believe there will be a crossover.
Wait and
maybe
see.
There will be. If it goes free, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, wait and see on that. This match, we're flying through. We're only 16 minutes in. We've nearly had 6 games already. In the match yesterday, this was 2 games with Iga and Alexandrova.
Yeah, that was a really long match, right?
Yeah, I know. It was a bit painful, I'm not going to lie. The quality was really good from both. And Iga, she's been playing sick the whole week, and she's in a final again. How ridiculous is that?
Gary, the Oracle, has spoken. No one will match Connor's 109, in my opinion. Gary saying, reasonable shot for Nole to match Rogers' 103. Reasonable. Yeah, I think Nole has a better chance of doing it than Nadal.
Maybe.
But then I believe that Rafa will end with the most Grand Slams. So I stick to it. I said it 2 years ago, and I'm sticking with it now.
What's the age difference between Djokovic and Nadal? Is it 1 year? I think
he's the year.
Slightly, yeah. I don't know if that means anything. These players are just built of something different anyway. But Djokovic, for me, I think he'll still, as long as he can play all the slams, I think he'll definitely be able to grab a few more. Wait and see, though. Medvedev playing the way he's playing. Sure, he'll have a word at all of these hard court slams. Gary was saying, I think this is teeing up for an Australian Open final again, like Medvedev, Djokovic, the way they were playing yesterday.
In terms of other updates on the channel, we'll be doing a draw preview tonight. And we will also be doing a podcast Tuesday on who we believe will qualify for the race. We're getting very close now, so me and Ben are going to make some predictions on who we think is going to take up the final few spots. So make sure to join us for that one.
Indeed. We're doing that for men's and women's.
Yeah, we'll do 2 separate ones, maybe 2 different nights.
Nice. Nice forehand there, and it's wide from Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas's expressions on court always make me laugh.
I mean, it's just pretty much no points against serve this whole match. It's 18 minutes, and we're like approaching the 7th game very quickly.
This is what I was exactly saying.
It's a crazy pace.
That's why I'm more excited about when we get to the 3-alls, 4-alls. Like, I thought here we might start to see something. I think maybe the next Tsitsipas service game is when it starts.
Mate, this is like a Medvedev haircut special.
Well, yeah. Even Medvedev.
Or John Isner, Opelka at Wimbledon.
Ridiculous.
Or Atlanta. Isner, Opelka at Atlanta.
It started yesterday in similar fashion, but then I think it was around about the 5th game, Medvedev got into the Djokovic serve. No, it's Djokovic got into the Medvedev serve, and then Medvedev broke to love, I think, on the Djokovic serve. And so it suddenly started to come to life. And then we're like, oh, the rallies are going now. We're starting to see a lot more. So we're seeing more.
They've both dropped 2 points on serve this match. I feel that is his 3rd, though, Djokovic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit nuts. So many games to love. This entire tournament as well.
Yeah, that is his 3rd.
Yeah. Good return there. Inside out forehand. Djokovic is a good one. Tsitsipas, he's hitting with a lot of pace.
Oh,
backhand's loose.
Yeah,
loose.
It's definitely out, Steph. Is he going to challenge? Not sure if he's going to. Just a bit more frustrated. Yeah, he is going to challenge. Let's see.
Come on, it's not. It's not.
What do you mean it's not? It's out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Are you saying it's not in?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not out.
It's just not worth challenging. I mean, the way that he connected with it, I thought he would have felt that. Like, it looks very awkward. Like, he didn't really connect properly.
Thank you. Just got another food delivery coming in. Don't mind if I do.
It's not the same thing again, is it?
No, I've got a bagel today.
Oh, what a winner from Djokovic.
Great shot.
Oh, my word.
It's been very even. If I had to say who's been playing better, I would say Tsitsipas by 1 percentile. Yeah,
I mean, it's not much in it. As long as they're holding serve. No break points. Oh, the trumpets are back.
I've got one on mute. I can't bear the trumpets.
Oh, really? All right. I might put you on mute as well. Don't know if I can bear the crunchy bagel crisp sound.
It's bagel with alioli.
Is that it? Just bagel and alioli? Nothing else?
Butter.
Oh, just butter.
Nothing better than a buttered bagel, Ben.
I prefer to have mine on the court. Don't like them on plates. No, I preferred my focaccia yesterday.
Well, unfortunately, I can't really play too much tennis at the moment.
I know. What are you doing? Terrible. Need to get you back full. I don't have any other people to play. I need you to be in full fitness.
Well, when your girlfriend goes on holiday, I'm sure we'll be able to play a little bit more often. But saying that...
Rest up, please.
No, saying that, I've never seen the courts booked so much.
Tennis.
Like, it's very popular at the moment.
We'll try and get into a tournament then. Maybe a doubles tournament if you're lacking mobility.
Mate, I'll be even worse at that.
We'll get you at the net practicing those volleys. Get you as good as
I've
Tsitsipas.
got a question for you about Tokyo.
Ooh.
TFO Fritz made the final. TFO, the best player this year in the tie breaks, loses 2 tie breaks. What do you make of that?
Yeah, that's a bit strange. Taylor Fritz a bit of a serve bot though at times, I feel. What were the ace counts like in the
All I'm
match?
saying is, if I was looking at that match, I didn't get to watch it because it was a little bit early for me in the UK. I would have said if TFO can get this to tie break, he'll win because he's just been that good in tie breaks. I mean, he's beaten everyone. He even won the Laver Cup in a super tie break, right, against Stefanos TSITSIPAS. He beat Alcaraz in a tie break.
Even the Dow and Federer in a tie
Nadal
break.
and Federer. He's just been beating everyone in tie breaks. He is the GOAT of tie breaks in 2022. And he loses 2 tie breaks in the final to Taylor Fritz.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I'm just looking at when they've last played, and Fritz has won now their last 4 meetings. So just sort of has his number, I think.
But this is a different TFO, Bam.
It is indeed. He's getting to the final. So over 500. Oh, the drop shot from Djokovic. Oh, it's beautiful. And here's where it starts. Telling you, getting to the 4-3. Djokovic could be serving for the set if he takes the break here.
Yeah,
And that's
TSITSIPAS refused to run on that one. The drop shot was simply sublime. Really well disguised. Hardly bounced.
he did that so well against Medvedev. And Medvedev's pace is ridiculous getting to them as well. He still gets to the Medvedev, but that was what the rallying was like yesterday. Long rallies, and Djokovic was like, I don't want any of this. Drop shot, brings him in, and then it was like, who wins from here? And that was the interesting thing about it. It was always Djokovic instigating the end of the rallies. He didn't want to stay in a 40-shot rally every time, but Medvedev was happy to.
This is where the best players break, though.
It is. Slice from Tsitsipas.
Yeah,
and
look
it's
at it. What's
wide.
he doing? Steph's had almost a brilliant, almost perfect 23 minutes. This last minute, he's gone off the boil. It's love 30, 3-4. Is this the moment Djokovic breaks? If he does, you'd have to say the first set's sealed. He served pretty well today, Novak.
I mean, it's.
Only the 3 points lost on serve.
I mean, credit to Novak on the first shot, but Tsitsipas hasn't done one of those terrible miss hits all match. And where's it just comes now?
Oh, I know what you're trying. You're trying to jinx him into another one here. I've seen this trick from you before, Ben. It's a very shameless blow. Oh, what a shot that is, though.
Brilliant.
World class from Steph. He had no angle. Djokovic just slicing one down the middle, and Tsitsipas had to generate his own power and angle, and that's what he did. 15-30.
I put Steph in the same bracket as somebody who can serve their way out of trouble, though. Like, he has that big serve.
Yeah, but wait, that was nothing to do with the serve, that shot.
No, I know.
It was
but he
all about the shot afterwards.
Yeah, but not in that point particular. I feel that when he's down 30, even love 30 or love 40, he can still pull 3 big serves out. That's a nice inside-out forehand. That one's loose.
No.
It's loose, and it is 2 break points. Novak Djokovic. Here we go. But Medvedev's
One thing about Steph, though, Steph was able to get through these situations against Rublev a few times. Facing break points, he saved a lot of them.
He's facing now the best returner in the game down the other end. So your serve becomes a bit nullified. So he has to even try and find the corner even more. Like Medvedev's serving yesterday was impeccable. Like the aces that were flying off the racket. I think the serve out wide was particularly effective on this Juice side. He's gone down the tee. Don't think that was the right one. He's going to challenge it now. Never a good sign.
That's a desperate challenge. Desperate challenge.
Yeah, I don't think he should be challenging this. He's just upsetting his own rhythm now. The crowd are sort of half-heartedly clapping. I think they know it's out. Is it in?
Oh, it's him!
What? What? Well, great challenge there. I thought it was clearly out. Shows how fast he serves, doesn't it? Well, first serve again for Steph. Brilliant challenge, and he gets another shot at this. Is he going to go out wide on this one? No, he goes down. That looked close as well.
That one's another one.
Not challenging this time, though. Second serve. Well,
I think you need to apologise to him, Ben.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, Steph. He's got better eyesight than me. Djokovic into the rally, though, and that's what it means. He's broken. Djokovic 5-3.
DJ.
Mm-mm.
I mean, there he goes. I think that pretty much does wrap up this first set, the way he's been serving. Let's see what Tsitsipas can do.
It's a let. He's got lucky there. Tsitsipas. I look at Gary's and great match shaping up. Is it? Or is it turned into a Djokovic show?
You've got to credit Djokovic, though. This is great from him.
What was that? I didn't think that was out, but
I didn't think it was out either. He's going to challenge it. Let's see.
Might find it's the opposite.
I mean,
way
the umpires
around,
are making some. The line calls are pretty poor at the moment.
This tournament, they've been bad. To be fair,
I've seen a lot of corrections.
Even more. I'm going towards no line judges. Get rid of them. More technology. I don't see the point in it. That's a loose backhand from Steph, just mid-court. He's not getting deep on many shots here. And Djokovic able to start dominating the rally, moving Steph.
Yeah, he just didn't fancy it. He just did not want to be a part of that. Djokovic moving far too well. Steph was like, no, not for me. I'm not going to have a 40-shot rally and then lose.
That's the difference between the Medvedev match and the Tsitsipas match is in the rallies, Medvedev gets the ball right next to the baseline. Djokovic can't step inside the court at all.
Thing is, I hate to say it, Medvedev's far superior to Tsitsipas on this surface.
Yeah.
And I feel if Djokovic was able to get through Medvedev, he should easily be able to get through Tsitsipas.
Well, it was the final before the final. We know, I think everybody's sort of agreed on that.
There's a great volley there, getting low at the net, very Rafa-esque.
Yeah, I love
that one. He's saying this is what goats do.
Right, 30 love. Oh,
yeah,
it's long.
It's going to be 3 set points. Only half an hour played in this final. And Steph looking like he's going to be 1 set down to a 6-3, 7th seed. Oh, no, 4th seed, 7th in the world, Novak Djokovic. How bizarre.
Number 3
seed Djokovic. Tsitsipas a higher seed than Djokovic coming into this event.
Ace.
And it's ended with an ace for Novak Djokovic. Easy as you like. 6-3. DJOK. Easy for him. I mean, it's pretty crazy because there wasn't really a lot in it, that opening set at all. I would say 5 minutes of Stefanos Tsitsipas having a little bit of a wobble, and that's the difference. Djokovic, 0 wobbles the whole set.
Business end, always.
Yeah. Business end, fine margins, great players. They pull out big shots at the big moments. They don't make many mistakes when it counts. And Novak Djokovic typifies that to a T.
Yeah, I think tennis fans are smart enough to know you don't judge a player by the way they start a set. You only judge a player by the way they finish them. And you see the best players. Yeah. And that's why people rate Medvedev a lot higher than they rate Tsitsipas. He's more clinical. And I think there's even other players out there more clinical than Tsitsipas. Like, obviously, Alcaraz as well. Like, people like that. I'd say even someone like TFO in the US Open was looking more clinical.
Oh, come on. Don't be. I'm not having that. Listen, Ben, have a day off.
In the US Open,
I'm going to get a new co-host. In the US Open, but overall, TFO is not clinical. I'm sorry. He's the most inconsistent player on tour. However, 2022, amazing.
Yeah.
I can't say that about him, but listen, let's put it into perspective.
I'm not going to be
whole career. Let's not be recency biased to another level. We know what TFO historically is like. He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
someone you look to as consistent tennis.
No, not in the past, but I'm talking about this year.
This year. I mean, this 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's narrow
I'd
it
say
down even
this
more.
last 2 months.
Yeah, it's like it gets a bit ridiculous when we start doing that. We could say Bashashvili was super consistent for them 2 months, wasn't he? When he won the Masters, we got to the final of the Masters, was
Oh, he was
playing great
good.
tennis, beat Federer, and won that event in Federer's return.
He's got the level
Is Bashashvili consistent? I'm not sure if he is.
for one
He's
tournament
consistently
here and
match
there.
fixing. That's
Like
about it.
Grigor Dimitrov is another good consistent one.
Gosh. No, Alcaraz is a good shout. Medvedev, when you went TFO, I think you just lost your head.
Andy Murray was a very consistent player, but just the finals is where he just fell down. Managed to get a few over the line. Ooh, little crafty one there from Steph. Oh, my word.
Good shot. Matthews in so bizarre. Steph starts causing Nole to grumble to his box, and then at 4-3, all of his doubt crept in.
I know. Got Gary there saying I'm going to continue to be stubborn about this rankings thing in 2022. Wimbledon completely distorted it, and never have the rankings been more suspect. I would agree. I think they are a bit all over the place due to that.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a fair reflection of the best players in the world. That's why I tried to say the other day, is Alcaraz really the best player in the world? You can make a case for it, but it's between 4 players, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think that I don't want to say, because it sounds unfair, I don't think it's warranted that he's world number 1, because he has had a great year, but those Wimbledon points mean a lot. Oh,
For
it's
me,
a great winner.
The best 2 players in the world still is Djokovic and Nadal.
By far.
So either of them 2 should be world number 1 if you're looking at it, being
1
honest.
and 2.
Yeah. To have a world of
it.
tennis where Djokovic and Nadal aren't number 1 and 2 in the rankings right now doesn't feel right. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe people don't agree with that.
Like Medvedev is the
serve,
one we
Steph.
thought was going to sort of come on and take over the long reign, but it didn't really happen.
Bit unlucky, mate.
Yeah.
Bit unlucky with what's happened to him. Let's be honest.
know.
He was very close to winning the Australian Open against Rafa. Rafa just had a real crazy moment in that one. And then the whole stuff with him not being able to play Wimbledon, a war in his home country. Can't imagine that being easy on him. And a lot of things happening external to the tennis, which has made it very challenging. You can say the same for Djokovic. With him refusing to take the vaccine, it's caused a lot of issues on his career this year and made that very challenging. Wow, that was actually in that ball.
I know.
Just clipped the line.
Shot.
Bit lucky there from Steph, but he'll take it, and he takes the first game of the second set.
Playing well again. What's happened? Suddenly, the Tsitsipas from the start of the first set's turned up again. How frustrating, though. Imagine, like, I can see why his dad probably does get frustrated sitting there watching him. Just sees how good he is, sees the potential, knows he can win big tournaments, gets to finals, but then just can't get it over the line against some of these really big dominant forces like Djokovic's, Nadal's, people like that.
Yeah, just looking here, he has been to 23 finals.
Okay.
9 wins, 13 losses. I think 22. This is the 23rd one. So this one's pending.
Pending another loss at the moment, unless he can change something. I mean, Djokovic's backhand.
Yeah, it was good the other day as well.
I think that all this does is highlight how good Medvedev is when you see him playing this type of tennis against Steph. Because Medvedev so quick, like you don't even realize until you see what he's doing. The same shots now to Tsitsipas, and Tsitsipas is making not errors, but he's unable to get him back with any interest. Whereas Medvedev just slides there, back to the center, back there to the net, back, and still wins the point a lot of the time, Medvedev. So an absolute beast on the court. Some of the shots yesterday were absolutely outrageous from both players. Like some of the passing shot winners on the run, Djokovic's cross-court backhand winner with Medvedev at the net. It was like unreal tennis. Yeah, Gene's saying he listened to me yesterday using the drop shot down the line. He actually did. Like Gene was saying, why is he not doing the drop shot down the line? It will work. He started doing it. He started winning points against Medvedev in that second set. So Gene, maybe the new coach of Djokovic coming up. Who knows? 2023.
Well, that was a really easy game for Djokovic. Tsitsipas making too many errors, and it's a game to love for the Serb. Not up to 100 likes yet. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you are new. We will be covering Iga Swiatek in the final against Krejcikova. Two Roland Garros champions battling it out. Krejcikova just won an event before as well, looking like she's coming back into some form. Iga not looking as convincing, but somehow managed to make the final.
Mate, I'm so shocked of how she's pushing through this week. You'd see her in between even serves going over to the box of tissues to blow her nose because she's got a streaming cold. And she's still playing and still beating like top players. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, because of the support, I think, that's there for her. She's got so much support this week and she doesn't want to let anyone down because she don't think she's had that much support ever. So she's really just doing it for them.
I feel like in a way, though, it's not horrible for sure, but there's more. It's easier to play for a cold than like an injury of some kind. If you've got a bit of a niggle.
Yeah, I think so. But
if you just have the medication, you can really push through it. I mean, I've pushed through a few things with a cold recently.
Yeah, you can see that she was like noticeably like different. Like she didn't look like she had all her wits about her. Do you know like when you have a proper head cold?
Yeah,
she looks a bit like fuzzy.
A bit like me on your birthday.
Yeah, that's it, mate. A bit like you and Zagreb.
Gosh.
Yeah, but I don't know. Fair play to her. A lot of other players probably wouldn't be able to still pull out their best tennis in those sort of conditions. Oh, Tsitsipas under the cosh a little bit here. 15-all. Don't want to start dropping points this early in the set. Needs a big serve.
No, this is it.
No,
second serve. Look at it as well. 36% of second serves won.
That's not good.
It's the big difference in the match. Look at Djokovic's stats. Only 3 points lost on serve still.
That's wide. Yeah. Djokovic giving him shots to...
I mean, he's going to be down in the low 30s now. Look at that. Second serve points won. It's going to drop. Oh, 33. Oh. Loses another 2 and he's in the 20s. Can't have that.
It's unforgivable. I mean, Djokovic didn't even do anything with that return. All he did was just looped it back towards the baseline and Steph went for a big one and missed it.
Did Steph truly believe he can come out and win here today?
That's what I always wonder. Like when he sees Djokovic down the other end.
Down the line. I wonder if part of him thought, I've never won an ATP 500. I've played a lot of opponents who aren't Djokovic and still lost. What makes me think I'm going to be able to win this one today? I just don't feel like I can beat him. Yeah, he's not beat him for a long time as well.
I feel just seeing Djokovic down the other end is enough to just get in his head.
It's a bit demoralising, I feel, for Steph. And I'm not sure if he's got the best mental.
Definitely not. I think he did well to come back, wasn't it? Was it US Open when he lost to Coric in that sort of dramatic loss in 5 when he had match points?
Yeah.
Did well to come back and still get back on the horse, win some tournaments, that type of thing. So didn't let it crush him like completely. Oh, good backhands.
Oh my God. Oh,
shot.
Novak Djokovic, take a bow. second shot, and that is a real demoralising one for Steph. Feel a bit sorry for him. He's trying so hard.
Was he always challenging the serves all the time as well?
Well, there's been a few bad calls, but that one was out. Let's have a look. Second serve, not looking good for Steph. Goes big backhand to the backhand of Djokovic. Goes back there again. They're going cross-court backhands here. Great backhand from Steph, and he can't handle it, Novak. What a backhand that was. That had some venom. Saves the break point.
I mean, that backhand.
That's actually one of the best shots of the match. Down break point on a second serve is pretty incredible to do that against Djokovic.
I mean, as much as
single-handed backhand, just like pinging one into that corner. So hard.
I mean, when it works, it just looks amazing, that backhand. Just slightly too inconsistent. So hopefully he's found the range and give us a good match here in the second set. He's getting some good depth, but he's gone drop shot. It's a real high one. Yeah, it's not good at all.
Sloppy.
Djokovic puts that away.
What's the relationship like between Djokovic and Tsitsipas?
I don't really hear much of it. I think that I've never seen them in any like big spats or anything like that. No. I know obviously they've both got outspoken fathers that are on the side. Maybe they've got more against each other than Djokovic and Tsitsipas. Obviously played together in the Laver Cup together.
Yeah.
So
seem to be all right with each other. Had some big matches against each other as well. I'm sure there's that mutual respect.
Yeah.
Poor lob there from Novak. Back to Juice again. Can't quite convert this break.
Right. Well, he's doing well to this could be a big game for Steph. Holding after saving break points, give him a bit of confidence. He's trying to G himself up a bit here. Like, come on. Come on. Djokovic just relentless, never goes away.
Ace, surely.
Oh, just
now as well. He's having some serves which are really close.
Not serving badly at all.
This second set already going to be longer than the first. You just know.
Oh,
we had 15 minutes already of this second set. Halfway of the first.
And this is it.
Only 2 games in.
Maybe this is the set for Steph. Get a few longer rallies going. He looks like he's rallying better than in the first set already. I feel that the way he's hitting it is not around the service box now. Get it deep on the court. Djokovic hates that. That's good. Nice. Back behind him.
Yeah.
Holds. Well done, Steph.
Big hold. Give him the button for that. First palme of the night.
Need a new button for him.
Definitely. There is some other big news, which Ben did a great news video on yesterday. Go check that out if you haven't already. I'll pop a link in the live chat. And that is Rafael Nadal has become a father. It's official. They've given birth. Rafa and Mary has given birth to a baby boy called Rafael. Rafael Nadal II. What's your views on it?
It's a big day when another Rafael Nadal gets born. It has to be said. I mean, it has to go down in history. I don't know. I'm all for it. I feel that all of these big three should be naming at least one child after themselves. It's like passing down the heritage, isn't it? Like royalty. They should have a specific name to carry on the torch.
What does Rafa's wife, how does she differentiate between the two of them? So say when the son becomes a little bit older, and she calls Rafa. Which one comes?
Junior, senior, senior.
Surely she's got to have a different nickname for either of them.
Yeah, I'm sure she.
Say she's, I don't know, she's calling them for something's going on. She's like, "Oh, come over here, look, have a look at the sunset." And she's going, "Rafa, come over here."
Dolo.
Which one? How does she differentiate? Does she go, Rafa Piccolo, Rafa Grande?
Rafa Grande. I like that. Papa Rafa.
It's just a bit long, isn't it? So how do you differentiate? I'm asking you.
No, but you know around him.
Does she have a nickname for Rafa, maybe?
He's going to be calling him Dad around the child. Obviously, she's not going to call him Rafa.
What do you mean?
But other people, it may be different. So she'll probably say if the child's around, she'll be like, Papa.
No, if the child's not there, she's in the room on her own. and she's looking out the window, looking at the
just
sunset. She's
calling.
trying to call. How does she call one of them without the other?
I think she's probably got a pet name for Rafa that isn't Rafa. I'm sure.
You're not giving me an answer, Ben.
I said Tolo. I said Tolo.
I'm going to call him Tolo. That's the most cringe thing ever.
She might do.
If I was Rafa and she called me Tolo, I'd file a divorce the next day. It's embarrassing.
I think he's going to do that. What? He's just had a child with her. He's filing divorce now.
That's cringy,
Terrible.
Ben. Tolo. What's wrong with you? I'm not sure about your relationship. If I was being called Tolo, that would just be cringe.
You'd love it.
I really wouldn't.
Why didn't you just call them Grande and Pequeño?
Tanya said maybe she's got another name for her husband.
Exactly. We don't know the nicknames. What's your guess then?
Don't know. I said Rafa Grande, Rafa Piccolo.
Piccolo. What's a piccolo? Isn't that like a flute?
Means small.
That's pequeño.
Well, Italian's piccolo. We got Gary in saying, I think you put a lot on a kid when you are someone like Rafa and you give a son your name, a lot to live up to, but I respect their choice.
Yeah.
It is a lot to live up to.
Well, yeah.
Because now that kid, is he going to be, can he emulate his father, the legacy of the one and only Rafael Nadal, or is he always going to be a Rafael Nadal who never really made it?
What's the next generation going to be like?
Pressure.
We're going to have another Cristiano Ronaldo. We're going to have another Rafael Nadal. Like, what's going on? Like,
we've got a Stefan Djokovic.
That's it.
And Federer's son's pretty similar age to
Leo.
Julio, is it? Is that the better one?
Leo, wasn't it? Is his son in it? I'm not sure.
You said Julio.
No, Leo.
What did you just say? You said Julio.
For who?
You just said that word now.
Federer. No, I said Leo.
Oh, Leo. Sorry, I thought you said Julio.
Julio. Imagine if Federer's son's called Julio. I wouldn't be against it, but still.
Bad name.
It would have been just this is like more Spanish. I would expect Rafa's.
I want to call my son Julio.
Iglesias.
That's Enrique.
That's his father is Julio. More famous one.
I don't know.
Famous to have slept with more than 1,000 women, apparently.
Yeah, well, I'm not into trash news like that. I know you're a big
trash.
celebrity.
She's just like one of the biggest celebrities ever, Julio Iglesias.
Well, I don't know OK magazine. I'll leave that to you.
You know Enrique Iglesias though, so that's all right.
Great musician, that's why.
Well, his father was much bigger than him.
Yeah, but I prefer Enrique's music.
Of course you do. Says a lot.
Here we go. Back to the match. It's a massive shank. Press the button. Steph, what you doing? Love 30.
Shankipus. Terrible that was.
Yeah, so we've got Leo and Lenny. I think 8 and 7.
Lenny.
So they're a little bit older, really.
Yeah. He looks like the opportunity for Djokovic. Steph misfiring on the forehand. Oh,
no. Bad volley as well. Shouldn't have come into that one. The serve wasn't good enough to come into. He went anyway, and now he's facing 3 break points in this Astana Open final. We had all of the great players in there. Only 2 remain. Alcaraz went out early. Medvedev struggled in the semis with an injury. Who else went out?
In the semi? Oh, that's better.
Who else went out in the event? Who else was some big names in this one?
There weren't really any big names, were there?
What?
In this event? Luca Nardi, big one.
Wait, are you serious? You can't remember?
Hurkacz?
It was a massive event, Ben. Are you serious? Are you
what,
joking?
in this event? Who's gone out?
I think you heard me, did you? I can tell.
What, in this event?
It's fine. I'll read it out. So we had, of course, Marin Cilic, who was looking good. We had Khachanov, who's played a great event recently. Batista Agut couldn't make it either. Bublik, Hurkacz, Rublev, David Goffin, Wawrinka.
The smaller names, but yeah, I read out
the very
big
big names in this event, and yet we're left with 2. How are they small names?
Smaller names than the ones I read out.
No, you didn't say any. You said Luca Nardi. That's the only one you said.
Then you were like, what? No, big names. So I said, well, okay, big names. Hurkacz.
Okay, that's 1.
Yeah. And I went through some of the other ones. You're like, no, there's loads. Look at Goffin. He's massive. Look, we got Pavel Kotov, another big one. Rusevori. Come on, he's got a great button.
Rusevori is class. You just missed it. It's been the break.
Bublik. I mean, it's in Kazakhstan. Final over? Final over? No, wasn't to love.
No.
Final over, is it?
Let's see how he responds. If he doesn't break back in, I think it is final over. I think 4-2 seals it.
I think it's done.
Got Jugoslavian saying, "Oh, I've not seen you, Jugoslav. Where was you earlier on?" He waits for Djokovic to seal it, and then he comes in, easy peasy for Novak. Getting angry, saying, "Don't jinx it, Jugoslav."
I think it is making it look easy, isn't it? I mean, this is almost as easy as the Cilic final so far. Maybe slightly easier because it went a bit quicker.
This is almost as easy as a JG Ben match, to be honest.
Not quite that easy. Slightly easier. I wish I could serve like Stefanos.
Like a Ben Silt. Well,
no one wants to watch that. No one wants to watch that one in Zagreb, mate. If anyone had watched that, people would have been like appalled by the level of tennis. And
what was it? It went to tie break, didn't it?
No, I was 4-love down and then pulled it back and won the set, didn't I? I think it was
7-5.
7-5, yeah. God.
It's an epic.
The standard wasn't, I'm telling you. It was really just like...
The drama, it was an epic.
There was a lot of drama. And Silk kicking the ball in anger at the end was one of my highlights of the...
9!
Scheiße. And then the ball went flying into the back of the net.
Oh, yeah, of course. Medvedev. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry. Thank you, guys. Ben didn't come up with any names apart from her coach, Nadi. But yeah, Medvedev. I mean, it was a great event. It was like a Masters event, this Astana Open. And I'm surprised Tsitsipas managed to get all the way to the final, but fair play to him.
I don't know why we'd be talking about stuff we just covered yesterday, but it's fine. Pretty obvious.
Well, you don't do that in tennis. Don't talk about the past.
Well, I already did. I covered the whole match. Don't know if you watched it yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I almost fell asleep. I had to try and go to another stream for more entertainment. Asleep?
Where were you? I thought you were in Wembley.
Yeah, I was. That was an experience.
What? Taking a penalty?
No, I was eating Indian street food.
It's all right, isn't it? Nice life. You eat some Indian street food. I'll just be on the stream.
Good. That should be, Ben.
I might go out after this. Go and get some street food.
No, you couldn't handle it. Too spicy for you.
I might just go and get some. I don't have to get Indian street food. I can just get any street food.
What other street food do they have?
God, there's loads of markets around London, mate.
Well, where you live? All over this side.
You can travel. You do know that. There is.
Oh, I didn't know if you could. You don't like getting on the trains?
Not when there's strikes, I don't. I catch buses for 3 hours.
Is there any markets around where you are?
Nah. Probably is, but I don't know. Probably in like Harrow or something.
Okay.
No, I don't go over that way.
Great shot there from Djokovic, 30-15. Good serve from him as well. Backhand to the backhand of Steph. Steph opens it up to the forehand. Goes down the line. Really good shot. Djokovic on the stretch. That's just ridiculous.
Oh, he's going to finish him.
It's just so good. Djokovic is ripping him apart. I mean, this is a masterclass. It's a really good match to watch if you're a Djokovic fan. I must admit, you'd get very excited watching Novak here.
It's too easy. It's almost like you can't put it anywhere on the court. You always get it back, and then he just eases his way into the rally and then finishes you off.
Great first serve. Backhand Steph. And it's a shank from Steph.
Come on, Steph. What are you doing?
That consolidates the break for Novak. Yeah, I'd have to say that probably is the match, Ben. 26 minutes in the second set. It's been really straightforward.
It's not even an hour, yeah?
Too good. No.
Outrageous. I mean, this isn't going to help Steph's mental at all. Can he come back? If he came back now, I'd be one of the biggest shocks I've ever seen in tennis.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it.
Well, good serve and a good second ball. Just can't get broken here, otherwise it's completely done. He'll probably just hand him the match if he just gets broken here. Won't even play the last game.
Oh,
That's a good winner. It's all well and good playing like that now.
it's not even a winner though. Djokovic still got there.
He always attempts it, doesn't he? Get a racket to it.
Almost up to 100 likes, 8 away. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. We've also hit a little mini landmark, 46,600 subs now.
Ooh, nice little round number. Keep those subs coming in. Join the Patreon as well if you want to see Challenge JG with John Silk on the court. Pop a little link in the live chat for you guys.
No, save it. We'll press the button after this one.
All right.
Oh, is he going to clean up? No, he misses. Weird one, that.
Ooh.
I always find it difficult when you're really in, like the angle's cut down a little bit. You have to generate a bit more topspin when you're closer to the net. More wrist action. Serena's the best at it.
Really good at it.
Serena's the best player in the world, I think, inside the court like that. She seems to be able to have just the best wrist action.
She flicks it, doesn't she? So, that's a brilliant backhand from Steph. That's a terrible forehand.
No, it's just he's frustrated. He's very clear to see what's happening. Tsitsipas is frustrated. He doesn't know how to win this. He doesn't know how to get any games on the board. It's too difficult.
That was exactly what you were just talking about. Literally that conversation, and then the same thing that we were just talking about. He just did wrong. Flicked
it happened to Djokovic. Now it happened to Tsitsipas. Yeah. Need some lessons with the Queen, Serena.
Maybe she will. Maybe she becomes Steph's new coach.
Djokovic hands it to Stefanos Tsitsipas. He's on the board, but this match certainly very, very much almost over. Only 2 games away for Novak.
A massive next game, isn't it? This one. If Djokovic holds, I feel it's done. Tsitsipas has to break. But yeah, like we were just saying, if you would like to help our channel grow a bit more, maybe sign up to our Patreon and you can catch exclusive content like Challenge JG, where he's playing John Silk from the Talking Tennis pod.
I cannot lose to a man with legs like that. I'm sorry.
We've already got to use JG's balls and not mine. So
I think I'm going to beat him. Hopefully I get the W. Let's go. Vamos. Smells just like victory.
There it is. Good episode. More coming very soon. Me and Ben are going to be doing some mukbangs on the channel. Some other fun ideas as well. Maybe get Ben to eat something really spicy. See how he can handle that.
I want to see you eat that tortilla chip that everyone keeps eating now. You can do that one.
Ben's going to show you how to neck a pint in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Pint of water. JG will show you how to eat a burger in under 4 seconds.
You're not fat shaming me online.
That's not fat shaming. That's just speed eating. It's a skill. If anything, I'm bigging you up.
M's there saying 7 likes away. Only 3 likes away now. Come on, let's get up to 100 likes. Djokovic, big serve. Easy point. Unreturnable. 15 love. Mayor in saying smells like victory.
That's probably what Djokovic is saying right now. Tsitsipas, does he have any chance? Djokovic, it will tell you it's going to rely on Djokovic's serve in here. He has to miss first serves for Steph to have a chance. Yeah. Steph moving him around here, but what is that wrong with that forehand today?
His shoulders have gone down. He's looking down. In terms of body language, Steph right now looks very defeated. He's been like that after the first set, I feel.
Yeah, he always the pained face.
Yeah.
He's not a good poker player, that's for sure. Tsitsipas.
Guess what, Ben?
What?
Great guess. We've made it. Thank you, everyone who has liked. Join us later on as well for Iga Krejcikova in the final. A final I can't really call. Krejcikova coming into it, maybe in better form, maybe not. I don't know. And that's the worst shot of the night. It's bigger than a shank. I think it's left the arena. The ball has not landed yet. It still hasn't landed.
I think he took out. Yeah, he killed some sort of a rodent up in the rafters with that one. Not sure what was going on there.
The last time Stefanos beat Novak was 2019 Shanghai.
Just ages ago.
Yeah, it's easy. Tsitsipas doesn't really care now. Once it's done,
game to love.
Probably gets broken here, I think. And that was a game to love. In a way, Novak Djokovic hoping, Tsitsipas, sorry, hoping that Djokovic just puts him out of his misery.
He looks like it's just sad, doesn't he, all the time?
He just doesn't want to be here right now. Once this match over with, I think he'd be more than happy if Djokovic just takes it right now. That's a good ace from him, though. He's not going to help his cause to end it quick.
But that's the sign. Like, the fact that he's now playing like that makes me even more worried that, it's done. He's playing with no care now. Like, I can hit an ace because there's no stress on him.
Yeah, he's going to start hitting big. Yeah. Don't doubt that.
I know.
Although it's only one break. I mean, if he can somehow just hold his serve here,
Djokovic has to drop his level. That's all that's going to help him. I don't think that playing rallying tennis with Djokovic is going to win him anything.
Do you reckon Djokovic could bottle it, serving it out? Do you know the craziest stat still? He's still only dropped 3 points on serve. He's not dropped a point on serve this set then. Have they all been game to loves? Can you just verify that? Because that's cool. I think he's just hardly dropped a point.
1 point this set. And what was it? 3 the last set? 1, 2. Yeah. So 4 in total.
Oh my word. For some reason our stats not picked up that one, but it's just bizarre.
Oh, that's great serve from Steph out wide, kicked out wide, and Djokovic got a racket to it, but wide on the return. 40-15. Tsitsipas, one of the easiest.
Really looking forward to Iga Barbara.
Yeah. I mean, the way that Krejcikova's playing at the moment, I don't know what's happened.
I feel like she's favourite.
Found her mojo again, hasn't she? Well, it's interesting, who the crowd going to be supporting as well. It's in the Czech Republic. She's Czech. The crowd have been supporting Iga all week.
They're going to support Iga. I'm sorry. It's really sad, but Krejcikova gets no love.
She has 0 love. It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, Steph's done what he's had to do. Let's give him a little palm, because the pressure's going to be on Novak Djokovic here, serving for the title against Stefanos Tsitsipas. The final of Astana. 1 hour, 6 minutes on the clock. Won the first set 6-3. Is he going to be able to serve this out in the second and have a really convincing victory yet again?
Well, I'm just looking whilst you're playing that button at the last final we played in Tel Aviv. Guess what? 6-3, 6-4 against Cilic. Looks like we're going for.
How many minutes was that one?
That one was
longer,
1 hour 35. So
yeah, a lot longer. This one could be 1 hour 10.
Yeah, there was a lot longer.
I mean, if it's another game to love for Djokovic, it's going to be 1 hour 10.
Same difference, isn't it? I mean, Djokovic serving first in both those finals as well. So,
but as Gene says, serving out for a match is always a bit more difficult, especially when there's a title on the line. This would be title number 90.
It would be tough, But I can confirm against Cilic, it was a game to love for Djokovic, and it's serving it out. So I don't think it matters as much to Djokovic, that little theory, but it's still definitely there's going to be some pressure.
So Djokovic wins here. He will equal Todd Woodbridge, who's got 2 singles titles and 83 doubles titles.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember him getting many singles titles.
6 mixed.
Him and Mark Woodford, they were an infamous doubles pairing.
He's approaching even Lendl's number of 94 titles, though, in the singles very quickly.
It comes up. Djokovic smash. Oh, he's done it, but it's a very tentative one.
Doesn't need to be, though, because he knows the second one will be a lot easier.
Practice.
Clever from Novak.
Practice,
15 love, 3 points away.
Literally, that was like a practice rally for Djokovic. He's like, I'll smash it back to you. Give me another one, please. There you go. Another one up. And then I'll put that one away with ease.
Yeah, as Gary says about the women's one, a Pole playing a Czech on the Polish-Czech border. It's poetic.
Oh.
So
I like
Strava
that.
must be on the border. I didn't realise that.
No, I
Geography's
didn't.
not great. But that would explain the amount of Polish fans there. There is for Iga. World number 1, of course.
Steph looks depressed now. I mean, that shot into the net with the forehand, and he just knows it's coming. He's just another final defeat. Just a matter of time.
For those wondering, Stefanos Tsitsipas' favourite song is The Yellow Submarine, and he's sinking like a yellow submarine right now to the bottom of the ocean.
Not sure what song.
Only 2 points away until the end of the match.
Yeah, I'm not sure what song he was listening to before this match, but it's definitely not G'd him up in any way, shape, or form. Nice backhand.
Oh, Djokovic misses that one up.
I'm not sure what happened there. He didn't move his feet and just sort of leant back and tried to hit it, giving Steph a little glimmer of hope here. If this goes 30-all, Djokovic fans going to start getting a little bit.
No, I think
nervous.
it's done, Ben. It's going to be done.
Ace here, maybe, just to set it up.
Let's see.
Wait and see.
Oh
no, missed it. Clip the net cord, goes long.
I mean, he's not dropped many points on serve. All of a sudden, it's a bit shaky here from Novak.
Maybe the nerves are playing a factor. Backhand from Steph is in. Cross court from Djokovic. Now forehand. Steph on the run. Keeps it in play. Goes back behind Steph. Chopped back in play from Steph. Inside that forehand. Can Steph pass him? No. Into the net. Match point.
Novak didn't like that one. That one looked venomous, but it hit the net cord. And it is 2 match points for Novak Djokovic.
Championship.
Match point.
Championship point here in the Astana Open.
Did that end quickly, or did you do that?
What? No.
The button. Did it play all the way through?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's weird. I think sometimes it's glitching.
Yeah,
it is
does
2
sometimes.
championship points. 1 hour, 11 minutes. Can he take one? It's the first service in. It's chopped back from Steph. Oh, Djokovic into the net. 1 championship point saved. Another one coming up.
Match point.
Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to Game to Love if you're new. We're going to be covering a border special in the next one in Ostrava. Barbara versus Iga. You don't want to miss it. It's championship point 2 here, though. Djokovic looking to get it done. Just over an hour. Been very dominant from him. First serves in. Backhand Steph hits the net cord. It just lands in.
Steph.
So lucky. Oh, my word.
What a way to save championship point.
I thought that was going to land wide. It just clips the net cord on the return, takes all of the pace off the ball, creates a ridiculous angle, and there's nothing Novak can do to get the ball.
How many
Very
times
lucky from Steph, but I mean, is he going to break here, Ben?
Wow.
Is this match on? It's only 1 break, remember? Imagine he gets to 5-all, then holds his serve.
That was crazy. I mean, that's one of the most fortunate net cords I've seen in a long time. The way it travelled. Good serve. Good return from Steph here. Backhand into the backhand of Djokovic. Good angle from Djokovic. Now down the line. Is that in? Oh, he's going to challenge. There's no
he's
call.
missed it. I think he's missed it.
Steph's challenging.
I'm not sure. It's very close.
It could be out.
This could be break point. No, it's on the line.
It's on
Great
the
shot.
line. Clean.
Great shot. Another
Winner.
championship point.
Match point.
Wow, a little bit of drama here towards the end. Djokovic, I mean, he wasn't sure if that ball was in or out.
Yeah, I mean, it
You could
looked
see
close.
him looking. He was confused. Championship point number 3. 1 hour 13 on the clock. 13 unlucky for some. Is it going to be unlucky for Stefanos Tsitsipas? He's running down the shot clock. What's he doing here?
I think it's someone talking in the crowd.
Yeah, he's going to have to serve after the shot clock. Someone shouting. There's a bit of drama here. They've paused the shot clock on 8 seconds.
Good serve. It's back in play. He's playing it into Tsitsipas's backhand. It's long. I think it is long.
Yeah, just like that it is. I mean, the winner down the line would have been good enough anyway. But Novak Djokovic wins the match 6-3, 6-4. The 90th title for the Serb. He's 7th in the world, but he's still winning titles. Novak Djokovic simply too good today against Stefanos Tsitsipas.
On the board for Novak Djokovic. Well done. Even quicker than the final against Marin Cilic, where it was 1 hour 35. And the run continues. Djokovic return to the hard courts. Impressive. So 2 tournament wins back to back. And I was probably more impressed with this tournament because he had to fight through that match with Medvedev. I wish we got to see the full match. I'm still thinking about that match more than I am about the final, to be honest.
Well, the semi was more competitive. Medvedev played better. That would have been a really tight one if we was to get a third. However, he demolished Tsitsipas in this final today. Steph couldn't handle him. I didn't know what to really suggest for him in many situations. But Novak's having a great end to the year. Covered into big events in Paris. Of course, the event in Turin, the Tour finals. Maybe favourite for all of it. Let's see how he pans. It's going to be very fascinating to see if he can keep this run going. The way it's looking, you'd think he can. Novak Djokovic playing well, wins another title. Another defeat in an ATP 500 for Stefanos Tsitsipas. Make that 9 losses. I think, you sure it's 9 losses in 500s?
Yeah, that would be the 9th. So he's lost at 8.
It seems like very high to me. But
that's the finals that he's had. He had 8 finals and not won anything before today. So that's his 9th final loss out of 9.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, he's been to a lot of 500 finals and just lost them all. So something needs to change from his side. That's the 2nd loss in the 500 against Djokovic. But we're going to get ready for the next one. Like we've said, it is Barbara Krejcikova versus Iga Swiatek in the next one. We can't wait. Make sure to join us. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you very soon.
Will do, guys. Djokovic's unbeaten run from Wimbledon continues.
See you soon.